Hey guys, we're here to show you guys how to make some pho in this very long video. So here are the meats that you'll need. You're gonna boil all the meat there with salt, a cup of salt, to make sure that we clean out all the meat. And then you're gonna dump out all this broth that you see here, and then you're gonna rinse off the meat with fresh water to make sure that the broth is nice and clear. Okay, next step is your veggies. Prep your veggies. These are the ingredients you'll need. First, peel off the ginger, the skin of the ginger, and then the ginger is about the size of your palm. You'll need about 6 of that. 6 of those. And then you'll slice the ginger in about 1/4 of an inch, the width of your finger. And then you're going to char all these veggies on the stove, on the stove top. No oil is needed. So your onions, your ginger, and your shallots. Then with your daikon, you're going to slice your daikon. I'm going to show you the daikon here. You're going to slice it into about 3 inches thick, but make sure you peel that skin and then wash it clean. Once you have all the veggies prepped, you charred all the onions, the ginger, the shallots, and slice the daikon. Toss it all into the pho broth along with the meat. Okay, step 3, you need the dry spice bag. 2 of these bags, so it can fit all your spices in there. The spices are cardamom, the acorn looking thing, the black pepper, whole black pepper, cinnamon stick, fennel, and star anise. And then you're going to have to grill all these spices on your stove and make sure it's charred. You'll see it almost blackened and smoke coming out. Okay, at this point, the pho has been cooking for 10 to 12 hours. It's cooled down, and what we're going to do is grab all the bones and all the onions and shallots and all that stuff. So we're going to get out all the bones first. Put it in a basket here. And once that's done, we'll have to put it through another strainer to make sure the broth is super clear. Okay, now once you got all the major bones out, the onions and the shallots and ginger, there's still a lot of little sediments in there that we still have to strain. So the main thing is you got to get a little nice fine strainer like this and a bunch of big bowls like this to pour this into here to strain it. I'll probably do that 2 times to make sure that the broth is really clear. So I laid some cardboard down just to make sure that you know, there's some spillages that we can make sure it's nice and clean in your kitchen. Alright. Okay, so I just poured Okay, so now that I emptied out the big pot here and put it into the 3 little pots, the pot's going to be dirty, so I had to wash that pot all out, make sure it's clean, because these 3 are going back into the big pot because we got to strain it one more time. As you can see, these are all the little sediments that we got. So the fat, some of the fat, and all the ginger, onions, and bones and all that stuff. And these are the large items that we pulled out earlier. So we're going to strain it one more time. I'm going to rinse out the strainer to make sure it's super clean, and then go back in there, the big pot. And then the broth should be super clean after that. Okay, so I set up this strainer. If you have an extra person to help you out, that'd be great. But if you don't, then you need a strainer long enough to extend to the width of that pot. In this case I don't, so I put these large chopsticks in there. So I'm going to take this and then put it through that strainer again. Okay, so I put the one pot in there, As you can see, it's pretty clear. You know, there's just a little residue from the fat. So that way we know that the broth is going to be clear. Okay, so after 3 pots, this is what we came up with. We still have a little fat residue. A little bit of fat in the broth is good because it'll make it sweeter. So right now I'm going to put the clear broth back on the stove and then add my salt, sugar, fish sauce, and all that stuff to make the broth taste good. Okay, so I stripped out most of the meat from the bones. You have the marrow, you have parts of the oxtail, and then I'll put all the good meat in this bowl so you can add it with your pho later. That's if you were really get adventurous. I do have the brisket as well that you can throw in there, so when we put the pho in. Okay, so the ingredients include sea salt, fish sauce that you can buy at the local Asian market. You go to Viet Hoa, and this also, the next one is this beef flavored pho flavoring soup base, and then the last piece is this rock sugar. Okay, so what I do with the rock sugar is that I get some of the broth and I put it in a little pot like this, and I put the full amount, so 2.5 cups plus 2 tablespoons of this rock sugar. The reason why I put it in this little one is because it'll take too long to dissolve in that big one. So I'll boil up a little one in the whole amount, 2.5 cups and a half cup, and 2 tablespoons. And I'll dissolve it, and then I'll gradually add it into this pho broth, because every batch is a little bit different, so you kind of have an idea of what it calls for, but you want to add it gradually as you go into the broth, because that way you can kind of taste it. But I kind of, after a couple years of doing this, you know that it's going to require 2.5 cups. I'm sorry, a half cup of the rock sugar and 2 tablespoons, and then the soup base requires 4 to 5 tablespoons, and then let's see, the fish sauce is about 2 cups. And then the sea salt is 5 tablespoons. But I don't dump it all in at once. I just kind of gradually add it in. And I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so the rock sugar it's dissolved. Okay, so I'm going to add it into the main broth here. So the reason why we're using the rock sugar is because it has more of a natural flavoring than the regular sugar. So we'll pour it. I'm not going to pour it all in. I'm going to pour maybe half of it in here, or 3/4 of it, and then we'll add more as we go. So once I pour it in, I'm going to mix it up. So this is this main broth is going to come to a complete boil here in a second. So that's we added 3 tablespoons of salt, sea salt already, and we have maybe 2 more tablespoons left in here. I'm going to leave that later if we need to. And then it calls for actually 1 cup of fish sauce. So I'm going to probably put 3/4 of a cup or a half a cup in here just to kind of see how it goes here. I'm not going to put it all in. Okay, so there's half of my cup, half the cup. Then it calls for 2 tablespoons of this the soup base. So I'm going to add that in. Just probably 2 to start. Okay, with your soup base, the pho base, put 2 tablespoons in there, some pho broth, a wire whisk, and a ladle, and then mix it up into the ladle there. That way it'll dissolve much easier into the soup base, or the the pho broth there, and then pour it in, and then what you want to do is just mix it around nice and good. So now I put almost half of the ingredients, or more than half, and I'll give it a taste, and then I'll just kind of slowly add, taste it, and see what else I need. Okay, so after tasting the broth, I need to add a little bit more sugar in there. Probably put almost the whole thing, not all of it, and just a little bit of everything. Not a little bit of salt, maybe a tablespoon there, and a little bit of fish sauce.
You have chocolate all over your mouth.
And then the soup base. Hi guys, we're going to show you guys how to make the pho noodles. So you need about one of these bags. You get this at the Viet Hoa store. It's about $1.75 in each bag. You can probably make 4 nice bowls, okay? Alright, so I put the noodles in here. They're pretty hard. What I'd like to do is maybe cut it just in half once, okay? So you'll need a basket, boiling water, and a nice good hand size, about this big, okay? So this is about good, okay? A little bit too much actually. So here you go, just a nice good hand size, fist size. You put it in a basket, and I got hot boiling water. My pot's a little small, so I angle it to the side and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's it. Bang off excess water. I have my bowl here already. So there it is. Noodles are done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some brisket in here. So this is my beef brisket that I already cooked in the pho. And then I'm going to have my broth already hot and boiling already. It's nice and hot. All you got to do is pour 1, let's see, 2. Now the broth is super hot, so it's going to heat up the meat, because the meat's been in the refrigerator already, okay? So what I'm going to do here is now I have my garnishes. I got my white, yellow onion, my yellow onions, cilantro and green onion, and also the sprouts. Okay, so I like to put the green onions at the end because it makes it look nice. I'm going to mound up the sprouts like this, okay, and then you get a nice little grip of this, and garnish it on top. Then top it off with a little bit of pepper. Of course, you gotta have some cilantro. I knew from the steam it was ready. Looking at the bowl, it was heavy. Wait a second, cause it's hot right now. Whether homemade or we go out, pick it up, cause it's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, baby. Come and join me for a hot bowl of pho.
Show's ready to go. A hot bowl of pho does a party good. We kept it Viet though, didn't go Hollywood. No fusions, eating none other than the same recipes that came from the motherland. Chicken noodle soup with a Viets. Gotta hit the soul when I see it. From Hanoi to Saigon, the north to the south. Introduced to the world when the war broke out.
I love you.
Something Viet moms rarely say, but show that they do with the food on our plates. And who would've think we would be now? Represented by pho to all these people.
I knew from the steam it was ready. Looking at the bowl, it was heavy. Wait a second, cause it's hot right now. Whether homemade or we go out, pick it up, cause it's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, baby. Come and join me for a hot bowl of pho.
Okay, I met a pho queen for 90214. In a silky out, yeah, unforgettable. Can't forget how she simmered the broth while skimming the top for fatty soup, aka that Nook Bell. So one big dish that I liked as a kid. Nostalgic, feeling like home when I sip the hearty beef soup, rice noodles and meat, sliced onions with a plate of fresh picked greens. And with a confident chest, everybody claims that their mom's is the best. Come on, you know you said it.
I mean, but it really is though.
But it's all in good fun, just a fam and the friends hanging out, eating
I knew
pho.
from the steam it was ready. Looking at the bowl, it was heavy. Wait a second, cause it's hot right now. Whether homemade or we go out, pick it up, cause it's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, yeah. It's ready. It's ready, baby. Come and join me for a hot bowl of pho. Sriracha and hoisin sauce in the little white side dish. For a dipping, y'all, the broth has got flavors that don't need hiding. I know that it's yeah, but a soup everybody loves. A cure if you're ever hungover. So baby, won't you come on over? The steam, it was ready. Oh, it was heavy. Wait a second, cause it's hot right now. With a homemade, we go out all day. Cause it's ready, it's ready, yeah. It's ready, it's ready, yeah. It's ready, it's ready, baby. Come and join me for a hop on the floor.
Came a long way from the parents by night. And karaoke every weekend. Nowadays, ask parents what they like. They'll say SBTN. Michelle Fan, Nat Tran, Kathy Wynn, Ty Vic G, Cassie Ho, Chris Din pioneered the way. I'm trying to carry it on. So any doubts that I got, I'm trying to bury them all. Hey. If you can, you should join a VSA. Get cultured, you could be the bait. And learn what our parents had to go through when it came to the war sacrifices that they made. Hold up, Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. Either name don't offend me. You know I made a song about pho to show love to my people. Let me know if y'all with me, what up?
I love to get pho. I love to get that pho. When the broth ain't too strong, when they make it way too strong. Go order, turn up, I'll pour it on up till I can't even eat no more. You get sleepy, wake up, then